Ginika, let's continue with the conversation. We have another notable stakeholder from that local government joining us this morning. The former DSS Director of Operations. He doubles as the chairman of Flow 94.9 FM, Chief Raymond Nkemdirim. Good morning to you, Chief.
Good morning.
You're welcome on the platform, Ginika.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, sir, Chief. In 2017, I can remember vividly that there was a security summit in Isiukwuato where you, as a guest lecturer, you actually highlighted some of the challenges. But today, it appears like that matter has gone out of hand. Can you share with us the particular security situation?
Well, thank you. You mentioned the security summit we held on the 11th of November 2017. Now, I presented the lead paper at that summit. And I noted that this phenomenon of headsmen, though at that time it had not gotten as bad as it is today, I had cautioned that extra vigilance must be ensured to rid the Isiukwuato community of any illegal settlement that may serve as breeding ground for potential conflict. Now I think that must have been a prophecy, and it has come to pass. It's only important now that we begin to take a second look at that paper, the recommendations that were contained therein, chief among which was the setting up of a security trust fund. Yes, the problems in Isiukwuato have been identified long before now. But then we shouldn't just stop there. It is important that as much as government has the responsibility to provide security for the people of this country, that we also as responsible citizens should do what we can to assist government in ensuring that we enhance the security of our respective areas. So I'm looking forward that in the short run, in spite of what the security agencies will be doing, that we also as a people, galvanized by the efforts of the Isiukwuato Development Union, will be able to bring our various vigilante groups together to comb the bushes to get these people out of our territory. If need be, roads that are very bushy, that provide ready cover for these bandits, we should come out as a people, burn or clear those bushes to ensure that we provide no hiding places for them. But I'm looking for, like I said, in the short run, for an assembly of the Isiukwuato people, which I believe is in the offing, where we'll all sit and take steps to bring the situation under control.
Interestingly, some of these issues have been identified in that summit, but unfortunately, we have a spike that you also agreed with. What factors may have led to the spike?
Yeah, like I said, we identified the problems in the area long before now, 2017, and nothing actually has been done to follow up. I noted when in opening this program you mentioned that yes, Isiukwuato is a land of generals. We have a lot of security resource. Excellent. That was why we came out early enough to say this is the direction to go. So now, like you heard from the former Chief of Army Staff, effort is being made with the security agencies to ensure that we bring down this spike. You described it. Additionally, the community is also getting its act together to ensure that the youth are mobilized in a collective effort to ensure that we rid the community of the bandits.
Okay, sir. Now, in addition to all those things you've highlighted here, what do you think the residents of the community, Isiukwuato precisely, can do to aid intelligence gathering?
Well, like we have in place vigilante groups. It's important that we reinforce whatever they're doing. Every community must be able to take charge of its particular environment. You must know the stranger element within the community. You must know if there are any illegal settlements within these respective communities. Who are the people there? Are they supposed to be there? So by the time we aggregate the information from these respective villages, we'll be able to have a pool of intelligence which the security agencies as well as local groups can work on to ensure that we rid the entire Isiukwuato of these criminal elements.
Interestingly, there is this question coming from members of the public that despite having ex-servicemen, we're having issues of security, and it shouldn't be in this local government. Do you think it is out of play for people to question the security situation in Isiukwuato because of the presence of ex-servicemen?
Like I said earlier, the security summit we had, for instance, in 2017 was formed by minor developments that we had seen, and we were able to raise the alarm bell at that time. Now, like I said, I was the lead paper presenter, and the former Chief of Army Staff was the chairman of that security summit. So you find out that, yes, we have persons who have been in commanding heights in the various security agencies, all from Isiukwuato. They have not been resting on our oars. On my part in particular, my background is intelligence. And if you want to conduct security operations successfully, you don't come out in public to expose to the criminals the methods you want to adopt. So a lot is going on the ground, and in the very short run, you begin to see the results of those efforts.
Okay, sir. It appears that we're actually leaving out a particular critical stakeholder in all this. That's talking about the traditional rulers. They are a kind of gap between the locals and the government. What role do you think traditional rulers can do or take in this matter?
Again, if you refer to that, my paper, you see that I gave a very important place to the role of traditional rulers in fighting crime in any society. So it is important that they are carried along in our crime fighting effort. But again, they need encouragement. They need resources. We must mobilize our youth and other people funding is needed. That is where, again, I will call on our prominent sons and those who have the means to be able to bring resources together so that we can sit down as one family to collectively tackle this process. But in all of this, the traditional rulers have a lot of information. They are closer to the people, and I believe that with necessary encouragement, they will be able to make the desired impact in this fight against the bandits.
Interestingly, I would like you to run us through what you think are the causes of crimes in Isiukwuato.
Well, it depends on who we are looking at now. We have the bandits on one side, and then the investigation, I believe, has shown also that there's some local collaboration. So it is important that we take a holistic approach in tackling this problem. Yes, issues have been raised about people coming from other parts of the country to perpetrate this crime. It is important that we look at that critically. We have our own local elements. What are they getting involved in? The dark spots we have in the community. What steps are we taking to ensure that we dismantle them? The issue of drug abuse among our youth, a movement of weapons within the community. How are we checking that? So there are quite a number of issues to address. Like, I think there's a summary you made at the beginning of this program where you talked about all the access points into Isiukwuato. There are quite a number of them. They are porous. How well manned are they? It is important that all those access points into Isiukwuato that make it easy for these elements to escape easily when they commit crime. We must have security agents or vigilante groups manning all those points. So I believe if we take care of all of these, we'll be able to effectively bring the situation under control.
All right, sir. In the minds of some idle youths, they believe that kidnapping is becoming quite lucrative, especially among some of them who are unemployed. Can you tell us what can be done in this regard, at least to engage the youth so that they can take away their eyes from the issue of kidnapping and other crimes?
You see, the security and, or let me say, development and security are two opposite sides of a coin. Once you develop the society, you know, like there's this former American Secretary of Defense, Robert McNamara, who once said that security means development. The security is not just about military hardware. Security is not just about military force. No, it may involve it. The security is not traditional military activity. Security is development. Without development, there can be no security. So if you don't engage these youths effectively, you don't provide adequate infrastructure, no job because employment level is high. As long as we continue to live in that state of underdevelopment, so long we will continue having these youth engaged in all forms of vices. So it's important that government takes deliberate action to engage our youth in meaningful endeavors.
All right, you highlighted the border points in Isiukwuato as being porous, and you suggested a way forward. Now we have issues with the security operatives being overwhelmed, especially the Nigeria Police Force. Now, the governors in the southeast are having issues concerning regional policing. In fact, that led to the southwestern part of the country having Amotekun. What do you think will be the way forward with the overwhelmed security outfit that we have in the country, which is affecting the rising wave of crime in even all parts of the country presently?
Well, until recently, I was the secretary of the Southeast Security Committee set up by the Southeast governors to evolve a forum where the Southeast could collectively tackle security challenges. So I know that an effort is being made to ensure that just like we have Moteku, something is done also in the Southeast to pool resources together to ensure that we combat the menace we are having here. Like, for instance, they have a formally established forest guard which polices the forest in that state, and every other state, for instance, in the Southeast, was supposed to set up a forest guard. And then they would have a central command. I believe General Umahi is still the chairman of that committee, and I want to believe that the shortest possible time, they will get their acts together and we'll begin to see the result of that effort.
Chief Raymond Nkemdirim, thank you very much for your time on this special edition of the program, The Platform.
Thank you.
You're welcome.